Thanks for watching CrossTalk. My name is Randy Weiss, and I'm here to praise diversity. You know, as a member of a minority, I'm thankful that I can live in freedom and celebrate according to my conscience. America is a great place. I am a Jew, and I can worship as a Jew without fear. I happen to believe that Jesus is the Messiah. As a Jew, that makes me a minority within a minority. But as an American, this is my right. I'm free, and I can even declare my beliefs in public. During the early 1970s and through the late 1980s, I worked with the underground church behind the Iron Curtain. They didn't have that luxury, and I learned to appreciate the richness of freedoms that we enjoy here in America. I, for one, do not want to give up any of my freedom. Diversity is wonderful, and no minority should be subjugated by the majority view in our great nation. However, I'm beginning to feel like some people would like to force diversity as a new religion. I'm willing to honor your beliefs as your own, but don't force them on me, and please do not hinder me from sharing my beliefs with others in a free society. That hindrance is not freedom. It leads to oppression. I've seen it firsthand and have an idea what it looks like. Since the Iron Curtain is gone, I would like to suggest that if liberals want to promote diversity in the name of freedom, I suggest they visit any Islamic nation on earth. Go there. Ask how the Jews, Christians, blacks, or homosexuals are being treated under Islam. In fact, forget about the blatant religious persecution or the untenable racist or homophobic tendencies that cover the nations darkened by Islam. Skip the ideological or philosophical problems. Just look at how they treat their own women. If liberals want to fight for the so-called freedoms they hold dear, leave American Christians and Israel alone. Let the constitutional freedoms inherent in our democratic forms of government protect our minorities. Instead, go help the enormous numbers of persecuted women, Christians, and Jews who are truly discriminated against in the worst ways by the Islamic enemies of our faith and freedom. May God and the Constitution forbid that minorities in America or Israel ever be silenced like they are in Islamic lands. And may God forbid that Islam gain more influence in Israel or America to the detriment of Judaism or Christianity. The blinding political disease of liberalism is fomenting hatred for the majority. Irrational religious minorities promote disdain for the Bible in both of our countries. That is an unintended consequence of freedom. Okay, I get it. We can live with irrational religious minorities. But they do not deserve to control the rest of us. That notion is just plain messed up. Biblical morality should be celebrated, not regulated. In America, the worst accusation that can be leveled is that someone is a Bible-believing Christian patriot. In Israel, that equates to a similar disdain for religious Jewish settlers. Yet everyone seems to have forgotten how things worked out the last time a government restricted the areas where Jews could live or limited the walls of their ghetto. Everything I hear causes me to ask questions. In fact, I have a series of 5 important test questions for you. I need to pose these to find out what you're made of. Do me a favor, please write down my contact information. You can send your answers or comments to Randy Weiss, CrossTalk, P.O. Box 2528, Cedar Hill, Texas, 75106, USA. When you write, be sure and ask for your free Israel Today magazine subscription. Okay, here we go. 5 questions to promote a discussion. Number 1. How can the liberals of any stripe describe the imposition of Israel's self-destruction as a peace process? Number 2. How can any American leader coddle Iran and North Korea as they prepare to build nuclear bombs, and at the same time we can kick our friends in Israel to the curb for building an apartment building? And number 3. Why would any American support a plan that mirrors Nazi Germany or any modern Islamic state through a policy that restricts where a Jew is permitted to own property, especially in the capital of their own Jewish nation? Number 4, how can any Jew give in to such preposterous demands? And number 5, after the Jews lose their freedom, who's next? Well, friend, we're just getting warmed up. And if you're getting a little hot, calm down. I'll give you my contact information again a bit later so you can get whatever you need to tell me off your chest. In just a moment, I want to teach a little about gambling and changing the odds. Please stay tuned.
Jesus really did walk the earth. He healed the lame man, the blind, the deaf, the mute. He healed leprosy. He fed the 5,000 with just a few loaves and fishes. He walked on the water. He calmed the storm. He healed the young, the old, women, men, those who loved him and those who didn't even know him. He demonstrated power over sickness, nature, and even death. He rose from the dead and still lives today. Come see where it happened. Let's go to Israel.com.